We're getting into some good water holes here. What I might do is, set up camp somewhere here. See if I can maybe tie up to this tree.
Andy's Fishing and Wild Cook.
It hasn't rained now for probably 5 months, like properly. As we've had a couple of mils here and there, but everything is really dry. The river's totally stopped flowing. Rather than just keep hiking with all my gear, it's a lot easier to do it on just the bare fishing gear, torch, a couple other things, and make this my base camp. So hopefully I can use, I don't know, maybe even that tree there, and yeah, I don't know. It's not ideal. I don't want to be up in the bush here, in the jungle, but at least here I've got some fresh water. And I think I'm not too far from some fishing that way, so let's set up camp first. And at the end of the video, like at the very end, I'll show you what's in my backpack, everything I've got there. So let's try and get some fish for dinner. Cook him up with, I think I've got like 4 ingredients. I just raided the fridge. There was, I'll show you that later, but yeah, just very minimal ingredients, all in my little backpack here. Yeah, there you go. And I think it's going to be really yummy. So you don't need a lot of ingredients to make a tasty dinner, as long as we can catch a fish. I'm hoping for mangrove jack, brim, probably not tarpon, jungle perch, and eels. They're the ones I'm after. Barramundi's actually closed season at the moment, so we're not going to take any of those if we catch them. So this is going to be a challenge because there's nothing here and here. We've got that big tree and we've got that tree. So if we can get one of these branches. Okay, that could work. This tree jammed up in that crack there, and then this, if I prop it out, then I've got a nice spot to hang right here, I reckon. Okay, that's going to hold there. Let's tie it up. I'll show you what's inside the pack at the end of the video, like I said, but let's set up camp and then go for a fish. I'll just untie the hammock. I always have a couple of extra straps so you can reach difficult trees like the ones we're about to do. And you've got the hammock itself, lots of extra lines like these all hold the hammock in place, but I can use them for other things if I need to. So there's the rain cover, and you can see the mosquito net. There you go. I actually made this one myself, but like I said, check out the Hennessy ones. No. So that actually looks like it's going to work. I can put all my weight on that. There we go. And it's not really going anywhere, so I might just put a few extra ties of this just to make sure this system doesn't go anywhere. But have a look at it. It's actually got its own suspension. It's jammed up there. Let's give you another look. This is the big one that's jammed in that corner. So that's stopping it from going that way. And then up here, a little bit awkward. So you can see this is the one that the hammock is pulling on, and it's jammed in here by this here. So what we'll do is we'll just put a few extra turns of this on it. I didn't want to go up in the bush somewhere. It's all really dense jungle right here. I want to be right next to the nice water here, so I can have a shower, get some water for cooking and stuff. I think what we'll do is we'll move this though. It's a huge lump of wood. It's let's see how much it weighs. Ooh, that's probably 100 kilos there. I don't want to land on that at night. These rocks are much softer. They're not softer, but they're a flatter shape. Oh, that is heavy. Oh, that is heavy. Boy, that's heavy. Oh. I underestimated that. That's about 200 kilos there, all up. Oh. But now I've got a nice seat. Whew. Whew. Why do I do these things? Always pushing it too hard. I've left the fly off because I don't think it's going to rain tonight, and if it does I can wake up and put the fly over me. It's quite warm, it's actually hot. I need to have a swim. It's great being out here in the middle of nowhere. Oh. And this might seem a little bit odd to people, but I'm going to try and keep my feet out of the water because I'm wearing shoes and I don't want to take my shoes off. So I'm just going to have a dip of my top half. And to be honest, this is actually about the temperature of bath water. So it's not exactly super refreshing, but it'll cool me down a bit. Just have a little bit of lunch. I always have one of these little tins in my backpack, sometimes two, because you never know, I may not get fish tonight, so I want to eat something. But yeah, we're going to go and explore some of the bigger water holes. It's always nicer to set up camp and then go exploring without all that weight on your back. Having said that, I think that backpack fully loaded up is about maybe 7 kilos, maybe 8 kilos. Yeah, it's really quite comfortable. I actually made it myself, so don't ask where I got it from, because I made it. So I'm rigging up the Daiwa Triple B, the 13 Concept E, and I'm going to whack on a lively lure, Assassin 75 in Elton John colours. This water here actually looks a little bit clean, but I reckon from my experience that most of the water holes will be quite stagnant and dirty. So I'm going for this brighter colour, and if you want 5% off lively lures, click the link in my description. It's the coupon code is Andysfishing, and that way you get 5% off any lures you buy, not just the ones I use, but any of the lively lures on the Lively Lures website. You know a river's been dry for a while when there's like plants growing in the middle of the riverbed. We are walking in the middle of the riverbed and all that's left is those pools. So the one we've just come from, the one we're going to, and yeah, hopefully a few more. 5 months without rain has yeah, really slowed this river down. I mean, you know, that's got to come up another metre before it flows over here. Oh, look at this. The bush has offered some fruits. These are lily pillies. Very nice. A little spicy, but yeah, quite refreshing. Bit of a peppery taste. Look at them all. It's just loaded. There's heaps of flowers. They're the flowers, and then yeah, here's the fruit. Lots of lily pillies out here. We need to get our dinner though. Let's keep moving. Let's try this. Oh, straight away. First cast. Just hit the water. I moved it once. I think that was a tarpon. Let's try that again. So the aim is to get a mangrove jack. Oh, another looker. Come on. They're in the shadows, and that's not surprising because this water's quite warm. Go a little further out there. That was a tarpon. That was a tarpon. We're going to have to find a different hole, I think. Because the water is actually reasonably clear, I'm going to go a 2.5 inch mad mullet. This is a shallow one, and it looks a little bit more like a natural fish. So they seem to be a little bit freaked out by Elton John. Yeah. Anyway. Climbing on trees half the day. Oh, possible another spot here. Trees down, nice big rock. Oh, and there was fish there. I reckon there'll be some big fish right here, right in front of me. Come on. No, surprising. Very odd, very odd. It's too shallow there, I'll keep moving. Oh wow, check out this butterfly. He's been dead for a little while. Something's eaten his head and his body, but look how cool that is. Hey, I don't know what species that is. Could be a birdwing, but it's a bit small. No, I don't think it's a birdwing. Anyway, if someone knows what that is, please let me know. That's cool. Hey. So this one I can work a little bit harder because it doesn't go down. Oh, straight away. That seems to be the go for the trip. First cast, not even 2 meters of retrieve, and first lure, that like the new lure just got whacked. That was cool. Come on, let's do it again. Oh, that was a little barra. We don't want the barra. But that change of colour has definitely made a huge difference. They were very wary before with the Elton John. A little too leery for them. But this one here, oh, another looker there. That was a tarpon, I think. Oh, that was a jack. Oh, that could be a jack. That could be a jack. Oh, it is. I think it is. Yep. Yep, but I think he's undersized. How's that? Change lure and bang, bang, bang. Let's have a look at you, buddy. There he goes. He's off. Let's try the other side there. There's plenty of timber and rocks over there. The way I'm retrieving it is very simple. Just wind and drop the rod. Wind and drop the rod. Oh, little barra. Oh, I wasn't paying attention there. little guy in the weed. Hey, very bronzy looking, very nice looking. Oh, there he goes. Beautiful fish. Alright, let's get this guy in. So these guys are out of season and this guy's undersized as well. There we go, beautiful little barra. They get that really gold colour when they're in the fresh water like this. Hey, let's let him go. Off you go, little barra. Hey, swimming off very gently, very nice. Nice little barramundi there. I've fished most of these little rocks here, so let's go. We'll fish that log and then those logs over the rocks over here, and then the rocks up the other end. So far I've seen probably more jacks than barras, so that's a good sign. We'll fish this hole a bit more. We've got about an hour and a half of suns, but how's that lure? As soon as it hit the water, and then just a bang, 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 bang. That little bit less glary colour, like a little more natural. Definitely paid off, so we'll keep using that one for a bit. Ooh, we're at the other side of this log now. This looks very good. Hopefully I can get a decent cast in there. Oh, big jack there. Oh, there's about half a dozen there. And the little one's still following. Oh no, yeah, here he is. Oh, got him. Oh, that's the little one. I didn't want the little one. Oh. Okay. He's actually a bit bigger than the last one. That's a really nice place to put him down on this wet, moist weed. Yeah, he's getting up to, let's see, 32, 33. Couple more fish and we'll have our dinner. Hey, there we have him. Beautiful fish they are. Hey, look at the teeth on him. Whoa. Hey buddy, off you go. Nice and gentle. Don't flick me. Oh, there he goes. Alright, let's get straight back in there. There was a couple of good ones. Okay, here's a nice rock with a big shadow under it. Always like rocks with shadows under them. Means they've got like an overhang. Let's try the other side. Oh, there's a jack, there's a jack. There's a jack. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, he's looking, he's looking. Look at him, look at him. Oh, got him. Oh. A little bit undersized again, but that was cool. That was way cool. Actually, he's not a bad one. He is, yeah, around that 31 again. Tell you what, we don't have to get much more, and we've got dinner. Hey, let you go, buddy. Off you go. Hey. Oh, took off like a bat out of hell. Okay, let's try this rock here. Whoops, on the weed. Oh, there's a fish. What is it? What is it? Oh, it's a barra. Oh no, could be jack. I don't know. Is it a barra or jack? I think it's a barra. That wasn't what I wanted. Yeah, little barramundi. Oh, but there's a couple of fish following. Oh, yeah, there's 2 barras following him. That's cool. Alright, let you go. Come on, straight in. And because I've forgotten my pliers, I'm using a stick to unhook the fish. That way, when these guys jump, they don't hook me. There we go. Look at that. Unhooked himself. So he's about 40 centimeters, maybe a tiny bit bigger. Hey, off you go, buddy. Hey, there he is. Beautiful. All right, Mr. Jack, where are ya? Might go the same spot, because when you hook one fish, the others tend to hear the commotion and go, oh, there's something going on here. And they come in. Just working between all these rocks, and oh, another barra. So you're just working between all these rocks here, and just twitch, twitch, twitch. And he's got a friend, actually. I'm quite happy if you just throw that lure off, buddy. Hey, not going to throw it? Alright, we'll get you out. So that little guy actually spiked me, but not his fault, he just wants to live. Hey, come on little dude. Hey, off you go. There you go. Woo! Couple more casts here, a couple more fish maybe, and then we'll try another hole. We've got to find the bigger fish. Where did he come from? We'll go over here again. Okay. Oh, straight on. Oh, that could be a jack. I think it's actually definitely a jack, but it's big enough. Oh, I think he's going to be under. Oh, fishing here is just wild. Hey, come on in. They're not bad fish, they're just not quite big enough. Not quite big enough. Hey, there we go. Beautiful jack. Off you go, buddy. Oh, you just did a flip around the wrong way. There you go. So in case you missed it, it's the 2.5 inch shallow mad mullet in white or ghost colour. Great lure. Crashing through the bush again. I'm walking about 1.5 meters above the ground. It's very hard to get a spot to fish in here, but I think, oh, there's a nice hole just here. There's some people that reckon this Australia doesn't have any jungle, but look at that. That's jungle. There's no other way to call it. So this one here is actually cantilevered. Hopefully it'll take my weight. Oh, okay, here we are. This is a good spot. Yep, we can fish in here. Yeah, you guys don't realise how hard it is to get into these spots. There's all little twigs everywhere. Well, that's a little disappointing. All that effort to get in here, and I've got to go next spot. Oh, this looks good. This is going to have to be the last spot we fish today. If we don't get fish today, it's going to be nuts and apple for dinner. And then yeah, we'll try real early in the morning before we walk out. But I'm still hopeful that we will get a mangrove jack or a jungle perch. This looks very nice. How good does this water hole look? Where to cast first? Let's go straight out in the middle. Oh, I can see bait fish swimming right in front of me on this weed edge. Oh, got him, got him, got him. Oh, little mangrove jack. The right species, but too small once again. Okay. Oh, almost got me. He's good, he just snaked back into the weed here. Let's try that again. Come on, fish. I need one for dinner. Oh, that was a good one. That was a good mangrove jack. They seem to be just right here at my feet. Alright, let's do that again. Come on. Keep the rod down this time. Oh, that's him. No, that was a barra, I think. I think that was a barra. Come on. If you can't tell, I'm a little bit frantic because I do want to eat before the sun goes down. Come on. Oh, tarpon, that one. Tarpon, tarpon. Oh, that's something else. Oh. Oh, certainly plenty of fish right here. Oh, got him, yes. That's, oh, that could be. Oh, yeah, come on. Come on. Come on. Oh. Oh, actually no, it could be legal. Oh, he's got a lot of weight in him. Oh, no. Stay there, fish. Stay there, fish. Oh, that's him. That's my dinner. Yep. Ow! Ow, that got me. Okay, we've got him. Whew. Let's have a look at him. Nice and far away from the water so he doesn't get back in there. Yeah, he's a good one. Yep. That's 26 to there. Another 10. So he's 36. Beautiful. Six and a half, 37 centimeters. Oh, he's got to be a bit over a kilo even. Oh, I just love these guys. And being out of barramundi season, it's about the only thing I can eat in here, eh? Look at the fangs. Is there anything better than catching your dinner in a beautiful spot like this? I think he's the biggest fish I've caught for the day, and probably the last today as well. Sun's, yeah, it's pretty low. Yeah, I want to show you this recipe. It's occurred to me, I'm halfway back to camp and I've only brought my sunglasses. So yeah, tip for young players and me, bring your glasses if you're going to be out late. It's actually darker than what it looks on the screen. The other thing that's occurred to me is there's a bit of a storm up there. You can hear thunder. Haven't seen any lightning yet, but yeah. Oh, I've still got a kilometre to go at least. I really wish I had brought my glasses. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to rain here, but yeah, thunderstorms, if they come in quick and yeah, put a lot of rain down, this river could flood. It's quite unlikely, but just something to keep in mind tonight, because I am camped right in the middle of the river. But yeah, it's getting really dark now. I'm just happy I got my fish. He'll be fine tomorrow. I'm just going to leave him whole, not going to put a hole in him or anything like that, no gutting or anything. Fish, if you catch them in the afternoon and you know what you're doing, they're fine to eat the next morning. So it's quite tiring but enjoyable at the same time. Okay, this is where it gets really sketchy. There's a couple of water holes here I have to walk around, and I'm in the jungle because I don't want to wade through the water there, because I know there's crocodiles in there. I've actually seen two this trip already. One was a 3 metre and one was about a 4 footer. So the 4 footer doesn't worry me, but the 3 metre definitely does. Where am I going here? So yeah, I have to leave the sunglasses on, which you definitely can't even see now because it's so dark, because the sticks are going to poke me in the eyeballs. Just about stepped on this little guy. I think he's a baby carpet snake, but I'm not sure. He's only about 50 centimetres long, but yeah, any snake out here, just better off staying away from. So I'm back at camp. It's actually started to rain a little bit. It's not too bad, and I should be able to make a fire. Got some dry grass. Lighter still works. There we go. Nice and easy. Yeah, it's really only a few sprinkles of rain. It's not nothing major. Well, not yet anyway. There was thunder before. I just had a nice little swim in the river, and that's the other reason I like these little puddles over here, because I can look around with a head torch and yeah, make sure there's no crocodiles or snakes or anything in there. So I'm just going to eat my trail mix, my apple, and then tomorrow morning we'll cook up that fish. The rain doesn't seem to be coming down too hard, so it should be okay. There was a bit of moon before, but yeah, it's all gone behind the clouds now. So just a thought before I go to bed. Everyone seems to think Australia is a really, really dangerous place, but out here by myself, I feel safer than I do in most camping spots with people around, or in a big city, or by the side of the road in my truck. So out here, there's usually animals just want to get away from you, like that little snake. He wasn't worried. He wasn't anything at all. So yeah. Ah, beautiful night. You can actually hear a nightjar over there. Doo, doo, doo. Good morning, everyone. So it actually rained a bit last night, which was a bit of a pain because that's how I set up my fly. I just threw it over, and yeah, it really needs the tension on it to shed the water, so I got a bit wet. Kept me awake a little bit. I was sleeping with foot up holding it and hand up trying to hold it. Anyway, I threw a couple of big logs on last night, nice hardwood logs. They still had coal this morning. Like let's have a look. I think that's a coal just there. I think it's still alive. See that? And the more you blow, the hotter it gets, and that's how I started the fire just then. And even if you don't see coals on top, get a stick, scrape through the coals like that. When you hit hard things, then you blow, and there they are. Look, lots of little coals. That's another one. There. You can hear wampoo pigeons. Lots of little birds out the back here. There's Torres Strait pigeons over that way. Other little birds there and over that. Yeah. Lots and lots of critters. So my tea bag actually got a little bit wet. Hopefully there's enough flavour left in it. It's lemon and ginger. Should be nice. And there we have one tea ready. They're wet, but it's better than walking barefoot on these rocks. I don't mind walking barefoot a little bit, but yeah, after hiking in and having to hike out later, comfy shoes are really quite nice. One thing I noticed yesterday, when I got back to camp, my hat was gone. It was when I was climbing in the dark through all those vines and jungle and dead trees, and yeah, I didn't film it, but it was pretty full on. This is interesting. Over the course of the night, the green ants up here have moved in, and it looks like they're trying to steal my fish. That's no good. And you can tell the fish is still pretty good because his eye is clear. See that? Not white or discoloured or anything. So we'll just we'll get rid of these guys here. Probably just stick the fish in the water. That's interesting. Oh, they're trying to steal my fish. We're going to cook up our fish, and this is really only 4 or 5 ingredients. I just raided the fridge. I got some tikka paste, a mango, couple of carrots and some shallots or spring onions. And then as a side dish, we'll do some couscous. First thing, we'll chop up all these ingredients and put them into a pot, because we want to do these ingredients before we do the fish. The fish is going to make the cutting board all dirty. Just a nice rough chop with the spring onions. Just put them in there for safekeeping. And the carrots, cut the ends off those. We'll just cut them into discs. And then the mango. This will make the dish taste tropical and sweet, because it is very tropical. It's quite warm. I'm, as you can see, sweating. Ooh, I've got to try some of this mango. This is a Bowen mango. Very nice. Personally not a fan of the R2E2s, but the Bowen mangoes, very yummy. So to get the meat off a mango, we cut slices one direction, like so, and then cut slices the other direction. Do that, and then what you do is you just pop it out, and then they're really easy to cut and put in. Actually, we'll put these in a different bowl, because what we'll do is we'll put the mango in at the very last. That way it'll stay fresh and won't be cooked to mush, and we'll still be able to taste it. The thing with cooking is it's all about timing and when you put what into the dish, and for how long you cook it, obviously. So the carrots and the onions I want to cook for quite a while, but keep the freshness of the mango and keep that out until the very end. Ooh, just like that. Here we have our beautiful mangrove jack. Now, I don't have a problem if I've caught this fish the afternoon before and I've hung him up in a tree. He's totally intact, so the meat is not going to start rotting that quick. So the only thing is I won't cut into his stomach cavity at all. So I'll be very careful and just go around the top and the back. We cut into the skin at the top. There we go. And we follow that all the way to his head. It's just a little 10mm cut deep. And then we go all the way down to his tail as well. Then we get the knife and we slide it along the bones of his back. You should be able to feel them as you do that. There we go, all the way down till we find the backbone, which is right there. And before we cut that side off, we'll flip him over. And I do this, I flip him over before I cut the other side off, because it makes the fish more whole and it doesn't want to flop down and the backbone does weird things, or the bones. So if this is the backbone here, if I cut the fillet off, the spikes and the top bones will go down, whereas if the fillet stays on, I just cut in straight. So it just makes filleting that little bit easier. There we go, all the way down. Now once we've done both sides, then we take one fillet off. And there's a few bones you need to watch out for. They're on this line here. So we just cut above the line and below the line. There we go. And then we rip the skin off. We start right near the tail. Keep the knife really flat and just work our way along the skin. Get away, flies. There we go. Beautiful. Not too much wastage there. Just a little bit on the top here. Normally you'd have a little bit more flexible knife than this. This is not a real flexible knife. I'll do the other piece as well, but what we'll do is just show you this one. We just cut it into strips and then into cubes. And we get some oil. I've started using these little plastic containers because they scrunch up to nothing, they weigh almost nothing, and I'm reusing them. So put, I don't know, ooh, that's a bit much oil. Okay, let's put it back in here. We want about 2 tablespoons of oil. Look at that. Scrunch it down, it takes up no room. Now, what we want to do is get the ticker paste. There we go, nice big dollop, actually a couple of dollops. This is going to be very flavourful. Alrighty, and we'll just mix that around a little bit and just let that sit for a little while. This is how you use the ticker paste. There you go. You get your meat, chicken, fish. That's, I mean, I use all sorts of things, whether it's beef or pork or something like that. You might say something on the back, use chicken or this or that, but if I like the taste, I just use whatever meat I want. Just want to show you the filleting job on that. It's not too bad. I just really wanted to avoid this stomach cavity because that's where it's going to get rotten first. So it's been about 10 minutes there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put this in the oil. Now we'll turn the cutting board over and use that as the base for my cooker. There we go. And we'll just cook it on sort of half heat. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep stirring it, having a single little burner like this on a thin pan. I mean it's a good quality pan, it's titanium, but yeah, the heat doesn't get spread around a lot. And none of these meals take all that long. Like I imagine this is going to take 15 minutes to cook, 5 minutes to prep. There's no reason you can't have delicious food in the jungle, on the beach, in the forest, at home. You name it. Ooh, that fish is actually starting to turn colour already. Throw the onion, the spring onion and the carrots in now. There we go. The smell is pretty darn good. We'll move the stuff from that lid into that lid. So effectively with this cook set, this is a, pretty sure it's Snow Peak. Having just 2 pots and 2 lids, this is actually a pan, can be a lid. It's yeah, really economical travelling, hiking, lightweight. So what I'm doing is I'm just constantly moving it to get the heat all through there. Now obviously this is a jet boil, so it's not really made to cook on like this, but until I get an attachment I'm just going to use it the best I can. There we go, that pot's now up to temperature, and I'll just keep doing this. Might turn it down just a little bit. Back of it, let's have a quick look in there. Oh, that is looking good. Oh yes. And then what we'll do as well, just to be on the safe side, once I finish cooking this, which is right about now, I'm going to leave the lid on and just let it sit there. That way the heat goes all through everything, and any bacteria that might have been on that fish will be dead. So for the couscous, I've just got, let's see, 100 mils. They've actually got these containers have a marking on the side, so I've got 100 mils of water, and I'm going to use about, well, we use half that. I always use a little bit more. See the water in there? There you go. I always use a little bit more water than I do couscous. So we'll get that up to a nice hard boil. Alright. There we go, that was actually boiling pretty hard there for a second. Now, what we want to do is get our couscous and just drop it in the water. Couscous is so easy when you're camping or even at home. That's enough. Probably not even, there we go, not even a third or a quarter of that. Like that amount there, that's probably enough for 4 meals. Well, the bit I've used and the other bit. Now, hang on, I've got to do this quickly. So we give that a nice quick stir and then put the lid on it. There we go. Now if I've got my mixtures right, I think I've got a little bit too much water, but we'll just let it sit for a bit. What happens is the couscous will take up all the water and it'll be perfect. So hopefully I've done that right. Quick meal, tasty, and really only 4 or 5 ingredients that I took in with me. The fish is extra, of course. If you count the oil, it's 5 ingredients. Yeah, let's have a little taste of this. Actually, we won't have a taste yet. I want to put the mango in. Let's do that. Put the mango in. Just transfer the mango from that lid to the pot. Oh, look at the colours there. We've got red, orange, yellow, the white fish, and it's going to be very tasty. Let's give that a little gentle stir. Fish is actually broken up quite small. I think I probably cooked the fish a little bit too long. Oh, but let's have a taste of that. I'll grab some fish, some mango. Look at that. Still warm. Very tropical, that. Having the mango in there. Well, that's nice. Very nice. Look at that. Ooh. Putting it in something like this, the mango isn't terribly sweet. It actually takes on the flavour of the sauce, to be honest. That is nice. Let's have a look at the couscous. Oh, yep, that's worked as well. That has worked beautifully. Ooh. There's no wetness in the bottom of that. It's yeah, it's all just taken up. Now some people are going to say I should be using rice instead of couscous, but couscous takes 2 minutes to make. Let's dip it in some sauce. Look at that. Look at that. Dripping with goodness. How do you describe that? Tikka paste. It is like a curry paste. It's a mild curry paste. It's got a little bit of heat on it. What have I used? Medium heat. But to be honest, it's not that hot. The mango might subdue it a little bit. That is, after having nuts, cranberries and apples for dinner, this is delicious. Let's try a bit of carrot and a bit of fish and a bit of mango. Not bad. I thought the carrot might not go, but the curry paste, it seems to make everything fit together. This is nice. So yeah, I've never cooked this before, but I like it. I like it a lot. Very hearty. And that oil, that'll keep me going for the trip home. I'm going to just hike straight home, I think. Losing my hat was not a good thing. I get sunburnt pretty quickly, so I'm going to stay in the shadows and just hike out. Plus I think it's already about 10 o'clock. Yeah, morning went kind of fast. I went for a little bit of a walk around, didn't find anything spectacular. But guys, I'm thinking I still want to do the sunglasses to raise money. So I'm talking to a friend. He can do some little letters in gold. I think they're in gold. which I'm going to emboss or attach to the sunglasses, so they won't necessarily be the same pair as this. I do have 3 different shades or 3 different lens colours. So if you like these, and I mean I love them, the Mako sunglasses. When I fish, I can see really well into the water. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to auction off on eBay. I'll put a link in one of the next videos, because I haven't actually organised it yet. And they'll have a little Andysfishing AF symbol on the side. I'm thinking both sides. So there'll be a collector's item or just a really cool novelty item. There's only going to be 3 different shades. I know there's this shade, the reflective green. I think there's a bronze for trout, and there might even be a grey for out in the blue water. So it covers all spectrums. If you want to try these out, bid on eBay. That will be coming up soon. Anyway guys, long walk out for me. I'm just going to finish off my breakfast. And you might think it's a little bit odd to have fish curry for breakfast, but I think Korea, Japan, probably a lot of Asia, that's what they do. And the oil in this, the protein from the fish, the yumminess from the mango, and the carbohydrates from the couscous, I think will get me out of here fine. I actually think it might even rain again. Anyway guys, I will do some catch and cook overnight soon, hopefully. I've been wanting to do them for a while, but with work I just haven't been able to do it, so hopefully soon. I'll catch you guys next time. What I've got in my pack is sleeping bag, ground mat, my hammock, in a second. That's my hammock with cover and mosquito net, all inclusive. If you want something similar to that, Hennessy, I've got it listed in my Amazon shop. A couple of you have already bought them. They're amazing. They're less than 2 kilos, and yeah, pretty much camp anywhere, as I'm about to show you, I think. Pillow, and then I've got my zoom camera. In here we've got a little cutting board from Drifter, a little plate from Drifter made by Snow Peak. There's my little cook set with the gas bottle in it. There's just the 2 pots and 2 lids. Then we've got my jet boil with some oil, some ingredients. These are what I use to cook the fish with. Apple, mango, a line, another apple, some cutlery, some nuts. I always take a trail mix. Cashews, dried pawpaw and cranberries this time. It changes sometimes. Toothbrush. This is the what do you call it? Couscous that I cooked up. Bag of tea. Floss, always gotta have some floss. And then the fishing gear is in here. 2 little tiny tackle boxes. The Concept E by 13. Very good little reel, very smooth. A spare reel, a little Pen 1000. Great little spinning reel. Then where are my rods? Rods are here. I always take 2 just in case I break one. The Triple B by Daiwa, you've seen that in action. And little Shakespeare 5-piece travel rod. And we've got some hooks for various fish, eels, some leader, my drinking straw, which I definitely use this trip, car keys, another toothbrush, a little bit of a safety kit, some bandages, some cream. I think there could be some aspirins, or there's a lighter in there. Some some electrical tape, always have electrical tape, and then just a bit of other junk in there. But that's pretty much it. So don't ever do anything like I do if you're not confident or you haven't had experience. Only do what you're comfortable with, what you know you can get away with. So just be safe out there. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, everyone. Please subscribe and click the notification bell so you get notified of my new videos. I do them every week. I'd also like to say a big thank you to my Patreon supporters and people who've donated through PayPal. Some of you have gone far beyond what I've ever expected. Every little bit helps. And if you want to see more right now, click the links above. Catch you next time.